What's going on, you guys? Frost here, back with another XDefiant video, and now we are basically well on the way into season 1. I'm pretty sure you guys have already watched the debrief and probably the battle pass, basically trailers and stuff like that that came out this morning. I had work for the rest of the day, so I knew I was going to be able to have to press out this whole video. This is mostly going to be my insights and my opinions, as well as with this whole trailer, what's going into season 1, because we kind of already covered a lot of this with speculations throughout the videos that I've made on this channel, and I'm pretty sure that most of the stuff that we've already covered is basically coming into season 1. And basically what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna break down this whole trailer and everything, but I'm just gonna leave it muted. We're just gonna go through, and I guess we can talk about the GSK. The GSK, you get two abilities, which is the ADS or the trophy system, and you can kind of just sit there and basically throw it on the ground. And it has like a, I forgot how long the cooldown is. Let me go back. I forgot how long the cooldown was, but basically, as you can see, like literally right here, that it just works as a regular trophy system, and it stays there for about maybe 25 seconds, I think 30 seconds and stuff like that. And yeah, it's really just a a trophy system. Now there are ways to outplay it. You kind of have to hide it, otherwise it can be shot, and you obviously don't want to do that, because then you have to wait until it comes back. And then there's only so much you can do after that. Also, we're also going to go over the patch notes as well, really quickly, because I don't want to take too long with this overview trailer. And I want to talk about something that's a little bit kind of what people aren't really realizing is going to be really good is the shock wire for the GSK. I think this right here, as you can see in like this little demonstration that they did right here, being able to hold flanking choke points, it literally slows them down right up here. Hold on. See right here, they're basically slowed down. They can't do any like strafing or anything like that. They're just pretty much stuck in this little area. Now I know what you're thinking. You could probably just go up to it, and some people are saying it's one hit melee. I really doubt with shock wire this big. I doubt that this shit is one shot to melee or anything like that. I think it could take like maybe a frag to get rid of it, but mostly like you get 3 charges, and you also get a cooldown charge for it. And I think this will be really good for holding down flank routes in certain angles that you can play off of the shock wire, since I don't think it slows you down. So another thing about GSK is, if you haven't really heard already, basically their passive is that they take reduced headshot damage. I think it's like what, 50%. So you can't one-shot people in the head with snipers. And I know people are going to be kind of pissed off about this. I kind of have to see how it goes. I don't really think it's that big of a deal, because you can just always land a chest shot and kill a GSK off rip. But then it's like, well, I'm supposed to be rewarded with headshots and blah blah blah. But it's kind of their whole get up. I do think that it's a little silly, but it's I think it's gonna be in tandem. Like there's a counter to it, just shoot the body, which is actually crazy, but it's actually kind of cool to think about. So yeah, we got the 3 new maps confirmed. Clubhouse, basically, which is gonna be on launch. Still looks really good. Looks just like how it is on Rainbow Six Siege, and you'll be able to play a lot of them outside. Now Daytona is one I'm really looking forward to. This is a really good looking map, man. I'm sorry, this is such a good looking map. So, and then you got Rockefeller, which is supposed to be the shortest map in the game once it comes out, and I think this is going to be really nice too as well. Capture the flag, something that we already kind of talked about, and I do think that this game mode right here is it's gonna be fun. I do think capture the flag is gonna be a lot of fun, and just basically a lot of just it's gonna be a lot of chaos, and I kind of want to see a lot of setups they're gonna do with the flag, and how to capture and how to defend it. So yeah, we got the LVOAC with the weapons are coming out, and so basically I kind of want to go over this a little bit, because apparently this gun right here on base has the fastest TTK to the body, which means this gun is somewhat going to fit into the meta that we're going to be having into ranked. Because also another thing I got to talk about is that probably when we get to ranked, so yeah, I think there's no class restrictions on ranked, so you get the double, triple, or quad up on factions, and it's kind of mixed, but we'll have to see how it goes with ranked to see if it's balanced or see if it's not so balanced, bruh. But I think this weapon I'm really going to be using a lot, especially when a new season comes out, because I'm going to be streaming the new season tomorrow. Then you got the sawed-off shotgun, which is a secondary and basically just a pocket cannon. You just shoot it at people. It has a reduced range, and on top of that also as well, oh well, I mean, they're just showing off the sniper here, but also on as well with the secondary shotgun, it is much more slower than the pistols you have on secondary. So it's basically the base speed of an SMG. So you run as fast as the SMG with the shotgun, and that's still pretty good movement speed, but you don't get the faster movement speed with the pistol with the secondary shotgun. And then you obviously have the sniper, which is the L115, which is basically the good mid-ground sniper. Pretty much you're gonna see people use this gun all over the place, and this is one of my favorite snipers of all time. Like all time. I don't really like the bipod on it, but you know, hopefully we see something else different with it. So the mastery camos we actually were able to basically, you know, talk about in a previous video before, whenever they're leaked, and they're actually true. I can kind of speed this up real quick so that way, because I can kind of speed this up maybe to 75. So it's just a little bit, you know, slower. So titanium violet, which also looks really good, you know, with the reload. I think that looks really good. And then titanium azure, this looks really good. And then you also have titanium prisma, and this camo right here is animated. This isn't a reflective camo from the sun or anything like that. This is an animated camo that changes colors, and I think that's pretty cool. It's nothing too crazy, but I do think it's pretty cool to go for level 400 with that camo in hand. Those new camos are really nice. But another thing they also talked about is that those were the titanium series. So we have a new form of weapon progression coming out, and my biggest bet is they're going to start leaning a little bit more into challenges with free-to-play players, so that way they could get certain weapon skins, camos, and stuff like that in game. Because we thought that we were going to get some sort of basically completionist camo for all gold. There, at least to my knowledge, until we see season 1 launch, until we see if people actually could get anything for completionist, then there is no completionist camo at all. So basically they kind of just want you to just play around with every weapon, level them up, get the camos, see how they feel and everything, and just have a little bit of variety, which I do think is nice. But we already would have had that variety had we had some sort of completionist camo. But I'm saying I'm keen on new things when it comes to a new shooter, and I think this is a pretty good way to do it instead of having to chase the whole completionist route. So I am pretty much going to be more lenient into just kind of leveling out some of my favorite weapons in the game, and then kind of getting gold and then titanium series on the rest of the guns and stuff like that. So yeah. So in ranked, we basically got all of the ranks. You got, what is it? They're pretty much going to show us here. I can speed this. So I had to go back because basically they just didn't, I guess for this overview trailer, it's a lot more shorter. So as you can see, there's bronze, silver, gold, then there's ruby, then there's emerald, then I think this is diamond or something like that, which is very weird. A very weird order. Kind of reminds me of Minecraft a little bit. Like, I didn't want to say that, but very weird order. And then you got legends, and then you'll have the type 500 players in the game that'll have, you know, the master legend, or I don't know what they're gonna call it, but the top rank is legends no matter what. So you have legends, and then basically you get to quad stack all the way up into diamond. And once you hit diamond, I'm pretty sure it is, once you touch diamond, you can only duo stack. So you can quad stack all the way up to diamond, and then after that you can only duo stack. And then there's actual ranked rewards. In my opinion, these ranked rewards aren't really, I feel like are kinda cool, a little underwhelming, because this is the top 500. Well, no, I lied. This is just a random skin, but this is the top 500 skin that you get. So if you're top 500, you get this rifle, and I just feel like as a top 500 skin, you have to make it a character skin. You have to make it to where people can actually legitimately see, rather than you can kind of just hold, because only you are able to really see it. And sure, people can really pick it up off the floor, but a lot of the times you don't really see a lot of people picking up weapons on the floor in XDefiant compared to COD. And if you do, I mean, it is a nice surprise to pick up somebody that actually has a top 500 skin. But if I'm able to see someone with a top 500 character skin, I would be like, oh shit, that guy's a top tier player, you know, playing casuals or something like that. Would make a lot more sense rather than just an actual weapon skin. So and then you kind of just see him here in action, basically. And they're not too bad. They look really nice, but just kind of on the underwhelming side. And then we have the 90 tier battle pass. I'm not really going to go too far into it. There were a couple skins in there that looked pretty nice, but I think overall that's where we're going to leave it for the whole overview for season 1 of what's coming into it. And I'm really excited, but we're going to go over the patch notes right about now. So yeah, let's get into that. Here we are with the patch notes. It's only a 5-minute read, but there are some really key incremental changes that's going to basically shift this game little bit on the more fun side, and you know, completely change the game a little bit. So basically some gameplay changes. They changed the expiration timing of activated boosters, so their lifespan counts down only during match time when you're actually playing rather than all the time, like when you're folding laundry or whatever. So now actual battle pass or weapon boosters only count down in game, so that's really good. You can be able to stack a lot more nicely, and I think that is a great change. They lowered the XP threshold to each battle pass tier to give battle pass progression a little more pep, so we're going to be able to blitz through this battle pass no biggie, you know what I'm saying. They tuned the match XP bonus rewards. They went from 2k to 1000 XP. Draws went from 1000 to 500 XP, and then completion doubled from 200 not 200 but 2000 to 4000 to encourage player to stick to itiveness, to basically stay in the game, is what they're basically saying. They say don't leave the game, basically, motherfucker. Get that extra fucking, you know, XP. Entered a community ask, add a headshot icon to the kill feed because it feels good to rub it in. That's actually a really good thing to throw in there. And they added the GSK and their no nonsense announcer HQ. So they increased the cooldown. So I was gonna go over this basically for a little bit. I was gonna go over this a little bit, but we already kind of talked about, you know, what they have. So we got the increase the cooldown of echelon suit from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. So now people won't be able to, you won't be hearing boom 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 boom, like literally every fucking like 5 fucking seconds that you're in the game, like literally. So tune the cooldown of the Phantom's mag barrier from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Mag barrier hit points were also reduced from 500 to 400. So the Phantoms deserved a nerf, and I think this is a really good nerf, because this keeps them from just spamming barriers, or at least if you're stacking, those spam barriers won't come out as that fast. But I mean, if you're stacking, you're pretty much going to see the barriers, but they're also going to be able to take a little less bullets now. So the Phantom Aegis now takes damage from EMPs. It takes 6 to put them out of commission. I feel like 6 EMPs by the time the Aegis is done for, I feel like it's just a little too much time. Now, if it does tick down as it goes down, then I could definitely see it, you know what I'm saying, being something crazy. So, DedSec Hijack cooldown decreased from 28 seconds plus the remaining duration of the hack skill to 20 seconds plus the remaining duration of the hack skill. So, for example, let's say a mag barrier has 7 seconds left and it gets hacked. The cooldown becomes 20 seconds plus 7 seconds. Failed hijack cooldown, meanwhile, decreases from 8 to 5 seconds. So you'll be able to use your hijack if you fail it a lot more consistently, and then you'll get an extra added cooldown to what you hacked on top of it, because you're also getting the extra, you know what I mean, so the time you're also getting the extra timer to it. So deck set Spider-Bot's cooldown from 25 to 40 seconds, so now you don't have to worry about the spam of Spider-Bots, and you can't spam them. So adjusted Spider-Bot behavior, so multiple Spider-Bots won't be attempt to hug the same face, nor will Spider-Bots continue to ignore faces they've hugged multiple recent times. Some give and take for the Spider-Bot kingdom. So now you won't be spammed by Spider-Bots, but they're still going to be useful. So decrease the cooldown of Libertad BioVita boost from 25 to 20 seconds. You're going to be able to use BioVita a lot more consistently. I still think BioVita still needs a tad bit more of a buff, but I use this man, bro. I used BioVita in the insider sessions back then, bro. This BioVita boost used to be broken, bro. Holy shit. But we do need a little bit more HP heals off of it compared to what it is now. So fix Libertas Medico Supremo so it will no longer disappear after deploying. Player respawns at a different as a different faction. So yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much just if you throw down the heals and if you switch characters, you'll still have it until it breaks. So added CTF. And weapons, they improved the hit flinch penalty incurred when being shot with a sniper rifle equipped. And basically, I'm gonna try to TLDR it. So the speed of the hit flinch camera transition has been increased by 25%. So you'll get a lot more hit camera transition, a lot more. So you actually have to focus and line up the shot as you're getting hit. The camera will now always kick upward rather than up or down at random. The amount of camera will kick left or right has been increased by 3 times. So yeah, you're gonna get a lot of kick. You're going to feel the flinch basically. And then you can see definitely that they added some of the weapons here, and then the titanium skins that we just talked about. But you can see the levels that they are, which is 300, 350, and then 400. And then they fixed the weapons in optic shake in first person view while using ADS. So I do think that's going to be pretty nice. They added a new and improved visual effect for the flash grenade, replacing the previous effect, which was intense. The new one is less retina searing, but still appropriately disorienting. And then they removed an exploit where players could respawn with multiple devices after fiddling with the copy loadout option in the lobby. So nice try. I never knew that was possible. And then the rest of it is kind of this creator code stuff, which you can, sign up to be a support a creator code, or you can choose your creator to support. And players were this one actually shocked me when I read this. Players were able to create a party with enemy players and voice chat during matches, despite being on opposite teams, which seems shady. So that's fixed. I don't know if Mark is hearing me, and I know how I guess Ubisoft can be, and just how inclusive it is. I really do want lobby chat, in lobby and in-game chat. I really do want that. I do think that that would be nice. I could definitely understand that it is toxic, since it's an competitive FPS and people have some really crazy choice words to say. But at least if no in-game chat, give us lobby chat, please. I beg you, please give us lobby chat. We have a mute and block button for a reason. Please, let's get lobby chat. So basically they fixed a couple of audio, so in-game voices and sound effects for clarity. And players who participated in the closed video were supposed to keep Kersey's Duncan reskin. They didn't, but now they do. And additional crash faces. So yeah. So that's pretty much all we have for the overview of Season 1. I am ready to hop in. I am going to be streaming the game tomorrow on my Twitch. Link down is going to be in the description in my on the video. I'm going to be down there. It's probably going to be in the morning. Could be a little bit later. But we're going to be playing the new season. We're going to be seeing how it goes. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Speaking of which, before I end off this video, I know. So I gotta go into the XDefiant full review debrief, and I'm just gonna completely go all the way forward. And they basically covered it here, but basically, they added search and destroy. Well, they are going to be adding search and destroy, so you can check it out here. So we're gonna be getting search and destroy. We won. Everybody won. Everybody's winning now. I mean, I'm not really. I don't know how this is gonna work on XDefiant. I mean, it does seem pretty simple, and like I said, it's just one of those standards modes that we had. And I have had the previous whenever I tested a similar mode to search and destroy way back in the insider test, but the flow of it was really weird. It was something like the defensive side was completely like you couldn't do anything like at all, because it was like a live system. It was like a mix of control and search and destroy. It was not a really good mix. There was also another mode that they had in there. We don't know what they're going to be doing, but I do think that this is nice to roll out a search and destroy mode for the people that have been asking. So that's all I really want to say about in this video. Let me guys know what you think about what's going to be coming into season 1. How you feeling about it? Are you gonna be ready to game? You know how you feel on it. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. As always, peace.